Thank you
There you go.
po.
There you go. So the support and resistance, basically support is the bottom, resistance is the top. No. So if we're gonna compare it to a house, this is the resistance and this is the support, right? So ganito yan, no? Don't worry about the charts for now, okay? I'm just gonna teach you like the difference between resistance and the support, okay? Let's
Okay.
say the gold is at the support, right? It's gonna keep going up until it hit the resistance,
Persistent. Oh.
right? So once it hit resistance, there's gonna be a certain rejection that the market will do, and then it's gonna go back down, right? So once it created another support right here on the bottom, it might react on there as well, or it might go down. So let's say it just keep going down and then it hit the support again, right? So that's how the market moves.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's gonna touch the support, it's gonna touch the resistance. But this is one thing that you have to remember when it comes to support and resistance, right? Previous support becomes new resistance. So previous support becomes new resistance, and previous resistance becomes new support. Okay. So previous support becomes new resistance, and previous resistance becomes new support. What do I mean by that? So this is how it's gonna work, right? So let's say the price of the gold is currently at the support. It's gonna go up, right? Until it hit resistance. But once it passed through the resistance, the previous resistance becomes new support. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So let's say this price broke above this resistance, right? So it broke above. What it's gonna do, it's gonna
Then,
retest it on now a new support.
so,
It's gonna touch that and then keep going up
mm-hmm.
until it create a new resistance, and then it's gonna go down. Okay? Until they create a new resistance and it's gonna go down.
Okay.
Okay? Follow?
Okay po. Yes.
Okay. So let's delete this. So now, coach, how do I see the resistance when it comes to charts? We're gonna go on 1 hour time frame. Are you using Meta Trading View?
I have a trading view po, yes, but I'm not using
Okay. So
it.
when you're using Trading View, I would suggest for you to use Owanda, which is you're just gonna search it up right here, right? Search it up. It's AUUSD, and then
Mm-hmm.
Owanda will pop out.
Oh, wanda. Okay.
Yeah, Owanda is a broker for other company, but we use it for just to see the charts, right? We don't trade on Owanda. The broker that we're using is our own broker, which is VT
Wait,
Markets.
yes.
Yeah. So pag nag-chart ka, use Owanda. Why? Because it shows you the gaps that it needs to be filled, which is like this one. Okay.
Okay po.
So when I'm using support and resistance, I go on 1 hour time frame.
Oh, wow.
Okay. And then for me to mark out, since you don't have the hot toolbar here yet at the top, right? For you to mark out the horizontal lines, I would go one, two, and then click the arrow, and then horizontal line. Okay.
Horizontal line. Okay.
Yep. So horizontal line, And then for you to show it on your hot toolbar, which is the one I have right here at the top, you're just gonna click the star or favorites. Okay.
Okay po.
So once you do that, it's gonna show up right here. And then you just click that. And then you just mark out every rejection point that you see. Okay. So like this one. There you go. So we're gonna do it wick to wick. Okay. Do you know how to read candlesticks or not yet?
Not yet po.
Okay. Let me send you a file. Candlestick Bible. There you go. So it's a good PDF form. Sending. So it's a PDF form of how the candlestick patterns can react on a certain times or how to read the candlesticks basically. Okay.
Opo.
So there you go. So now you mark every rejection point. For example, this one. Don't mark it on the body, which is this one. Mark it always at the end of
Mm,
the wick. Okay.
okay.
So just mark out every rejection point that you see. Uh, this one, this one, this
That
one,
one.
this one. Let's lower it down. This one, this one, then this one. There you go. So once I don't see anything anymore, right?
Mhm.
Let's mark out this one too. So once I don't see anything anymore, so I only go back to 4 days prior or 4 sessions prior when I'm marking out my support and resistance, right? There you go. So once I don't see anything anymore, then I'm gonna go to 30-minute time frame and then look for more or mark out for more. Market has been consolidating, so there's really no, you know, there you go. So I don't see anything on 30 minutes, then I'm gonna go to 15 minutes. There you go. There you go. So I don't see anything on 15 minutes, right? So how do I use support and resistance? It's gonna be like this, right? We mark this out first. Let's say you marked out until right here, right? Then this market is not here yet. This side of the market is not here yet. So this whole thing is not here. The only thing that you can see is this part right here, right? So you mark out a resistance right here. What you can do is to go back and look where it got rejected as well. So that's one resistance, right? And then this is the second resistance that it did, right? So one, two. So for me, that's enough confirmation for me
Mm-hmm.
to know that it's gonna go back to that
It's
price
reject. Okay.
and then it's gonna get rejected again, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's say this one is not here yet. And then
Yes.
you set a sell limit at the top, right? So sell limit, let's say you just put it here, boom. And then no, let's say you put it here first, right? You put it here because we don't have this market yet.
Mm-hmm.
And then the market keeps going and going and going. So it's gonna hit your sell limit at this price, right? So let's say you started right here. Boom. The stop loss that you're gonna put is always, keep in mind, always 100 pips.
Always 100.
Okay. So stop loss should be always 100 pips.
Okay po.
Why do I say that it should be always 100 pips? Because it used to be 50, right? 50 pips. So
Mm-mm.
50 pips is not even enough for the current movement of gold because there's always like sudden movements, false breakouts, so those things, right? So there you go. So your sell limit got hit, right? There you go. And then the market keeps going and going and going. You're just holding your positions. And then it's up to you if 240 pips is enough or not yet. Mind you, if you're using point 0.1, 0.1 lot size, 240 pips is already equals to $240. Okay? But if you're
Mm-hmm.
using 0.01, 0.01, okay? That's $24. Okay?
Kuya, sorry, just one question po. How do you count the pips?
So for me to count the pips, I always look at the price, right? For
Uh-huh.
example, we entered at 4116. So 4116 entry price equals 4116, right?
Mm-hmm.
So entry price is 4116. And then it went down to, let's say, that's just the easier way, 4115. That's equals to 10 pips. You just
Mm,
have to look at the first number and multiply it by 10. Okay?
okay. First
So
number.
entry price is 4116. It went down to 4115. That's 10 pips.
Okay
Okay?
po.
10 pips. What if it goes down to 4114?
Mm,
How many pips is that?
that's 20 pips.
20 pips. Okay.
Okay.
So let's say it went down to 4106. How many pips is that?
20, 60 pips.
No. 4116 to 4106.
Times 10 po, right?
Yeah.
Yung last number.
Yeah.
That's 16.
No. So entry price is 4116, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it went down to 4106. So that's already 10 pips, or that's already 10 numbers, right? Because 16 to oh 06.
16 to
So that's 100 pips. Okay? Because
Oh,
the
so the
entry
number
price
two.
is
So,
4,116, and then it went down to 4,106. Okay, so that's 100 pips.
oh,
Hello?
yes po. So, okay. Yung kinakount po yung kung ilang numbers po yung win and down niya, then times 10.
Yep, there you go.
Okay.
So, yeah. So, kung
So,
kung ilang ano, kung ilang numbers yung binaba niya or tinaas niya, multiply that
yun
by
din.
10, and then that's the
Mhm.
pips that you have.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay po. Copy.
There you go. Yeah. So let's say you entered at 4116, right? And then you just waited, and then you finally happy with, let's say, that's already 330 pips. Okay? So that's 330 pips.
Okay.
That's already your reward and ratio, which is R is one is two, three all the time. Right? So that means that your risk is always going to be 100 pips, but your target profit should always be three times. So it should always be 300 pips, right?
Okay.
But it depends on you. Again, that depends on your lot size, that depends on your risk management, right? So if you could hold for that, let's say we're currently at 15 minutes. So 15, 30, 45, 1 hour, 1 hour and 15 minutes. If you hold it for that long, that means that you're gonna hit your full
Okay.
target profit, right? So that's how it should be, right? But for me, I'm a scalper, so I don't hold positions longer than 30 minutes or 40 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But so I have two separate accounts, right? The one I do full analysis, basically, I do full analysis on that account, and those are the signals that I send on my telegrams. But
Mm-hmm.
the other one that I have is a scalp account. So basically, I don't hold positions longer than sometimes even 10 minutes on that account, right? Because my lot size is higher and I do multiple entries in one place. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're just starting, I would suggest for you to stick to 1:3
Instantly.
risk to reward ratio, right? Like if you entered right here, boom, you just hit it in 1 hour and 40 minutes. Coach, what if it went back? Can I re-entry on that place? Yes, you can, right? Let's say you just hit it right here. And then you set another sell limit at the same price. Boom. Same stop loss, 100 pips, and then same reward, which is 1:3, and then you wait it again. And then boom. That's another take profit
Mm-hmm.
for you.
Yes.
Okay?
So kuya, the resistance, right? Once it went back to the resistance, do I have to wait until it like go down a little bit po? Like pag ni-reject niya po yung ano, doon po ako mag-enter.
Yes. Or what you can do is enter at the price, right?
Mm-hmm.
So remember, this is always the top of the wick, right?
Opo.
So you can just put a sell limit at that price
Mm-hmm.
and then just set a stop loss and a profit or a take profit. And then you can just watch the chart and let it run, right? You can
Okay.
enter right away. So first, you already marked this out.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna wait for a retest, right? You're gonna wait for a retest at the same price. So it did hit the same price. You enter the sell, it went down. So that means you got 1640 pips drawdown, right? But it kept going down. Okay. And this is what you have to remember when it comes to trading, right? Never ever chase profits. Think of it as a long-term thing. Think of it that since this is a good thing about our community, right? You're not paying for anything in our community. Everything is free. So basically think of your capital as a tuition fee for you to learn everything when it comes to trading, right?
Opo.
Think of it as just like that. Don't think of it as you have to make profits, you have to do this, and it doesn't matter how big or small your profits are. Blue is blue, profit is profit. It doesn't matter if
Mm-hmm.
it's $1, $2, $3, $1,000, it doesn't matter, right?
Opo.
You count it by you sticking to your own analysis and you sticking to your own strategies. Okay?
Okay
So
po.
let's say you enter a sell right here, boom. It hit your 1:3. And then you're like, okay, let me do another one. Let me do another trade,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're gonna enter at the same price,
Mm-hmm.
right? You already closed this position, so you enter
And then
another
it
sell
went back.
limit at the
Mm-hmm.
same price, right? And then boom,
Yes.
it hit it again, right?
Yes.
If it's more than 4 times the resistance or the support is getting touched, by the same price, don't enter anymore because it means it's gonna break.
Probably. If it's more than 4 times.
Yep. Three is already risky, but four is more than risky. That means it's gonna keep going back to that price and it's gonna break that price.
Okay.
Okay. And then do you follow like the entry price or whatever?
No, what do you mean?
Like do you
Oh,
follow
yung
the
sa entry, sa signals po?
yeah,
Opo. Minsan, I would set, yun nga po, sell limit or buy limit, and I'll just set my stop loss.
okay. Yeah,
Pag
so
may work po minsan.
yeah. Do you have questions when it comes to like the entry zones or the entry prices? Or to how to enter in support and resistance?
Wala naman po.
Sige.
Uh, I'll download TradingView po.
Ah,
Sorry kuya, just one question. Halimbawa kuya, 'di ba po nag-set ka pong sell limit,
yeah.
tapos or buy limit. Minsan po kasi 'di ba yung signal po ng mga ano, halimbawa umabot lang po ng 30 pips. Ano po ba yung, pinaka-safe na ano or 1:3 lang po, 1:3 po talaga yung recommend niyo?
Ang ano kasi is ganito yan, no? For example, inabot lang ng 30 pips. Ang
Opo.
lagi namin sinasabi sa live trading is TP when you're happy. So
Sige,
that means we always recommend them to take profit every 30 pips. Pero if you're gonna do trade on your own, I would recommend for you to stick to 1:3.
1:3, okey.
Kapag signals, I would recommend to take profit in like 30 pips, 50 pips. Okay?
Mhm,
Pero kung gusto mong i-hold yung position mo and sinasabi namin na keep holding or whatever, right?
mhm.
We're giving you a lot of confluences, a lot of confidence. That means na pwede ka mag-break even. Kasi sinasabi din naman namin
Oo,
yun. For example, sabihin namin, it's already at 50 pips. You can now set to break even.
okey.
Diba? Break even or B.
Yes.
So for example, break even or BE. Right? So, ganito gagawin mo. Kunyari, eto, nag-enter ka ng 4116. Tapos bumaba na siya ng 4111. Okay? Ang SL mo niyan, ilalagay mo na 10 pips or 10 pips below kapag nakasell ka ha. Below
Opo,
ng entry price mo. So, ang entry price mo is 4116. I-adjust mo na yung SL mo ng 4115
kawalan siya, okey.
para kahit bumalik dyan sa price na yan, unang-una, risk-free ka na, hindi na magagalaw ang capital mo, pangalawa, may profit ka pa na nakuha.
Okey,
Okay? So that's how you
yes.
make it risk-free. Okay? Kapag
Mhm,
bumaba ng 50 pips, ha?
okey po.
Kapag bumaba or tumaas ng 50 pips, mag-break even ka na. 'Di ba? Pinapagawa
Hmm,
namin to kapag pinag-hold namin yung mga tao ng longer than or alam namin na it's gonna go
haba.
our way,
Hmm,
so pinag-hold namin. Okay?
mhm,
Kung nag-break
okey.
even ka, 'di ba? Nag-break even ka dito. Nag-enter ka ng 4116, nag-break even ka, nilagay mo yung stop loss mo ng 4115, na-hit ba niya yung 4115? 'Di ba hindi?
Opo. Oh,
Kasi ang na-hit niya is yung lowest which is 4113 or yung highest is
hmm,
4113. 'Di ba? So,
oh,
50
okey.
pips para unang-una secure ka na. It's either you don't wanna take profit at 50 pips yet, that's fine, you know?
Mhm,
But we would recommend na mag-take profit ka na in 4115 50 pips or kung ako, aminado, kumuha akong pera, 'di ba?
lahat
Kung
naman po tayo siguro kang kailangan ng pera.
'di ba? Kung ikaw ganun ka rin and you want bigger profits, then set your stop loss at break even
Break
so you can
even.
maximize the profits. Okay? So,
Ah,
nag-break even ka ng 4115. Si market umangat ng 4113. And then, it went down
went
to your
down.
full target, which is 1:3. Okay?
Okay po.
So, ganun siya. Ganun mag-enter ng ng support and resistance. So, that was the sell limit, no? What did I say when it comes to support or previous resistance becomes new support and previous support becomes new
Respond.
resistance? Ganito yan. So, kung titignan mo dito, di ba? Bigay tayo ng magandang example. Eto, di ba? Support siya dito. Kasi dito lang siya nagre-reject. Di ba? Bumaba siya, tumaas, nag-consolidate, and then finally tumulo. Nag-create siya ng resistance dito. Umangat siya ng umangat until nag-create siya ng support dito. 'Di ba? Umangat siya ng umangat until sinubukan niyang basagin ng ilang beses to. 'Di ba? Kung ikaw magbabay ka dito, same price, 'di ba? Unang-una, bakit ka magbabay? Kasi binasag niya pataas. Nasa taas na siya currently. So, previous
Mhm.
support or previous resistance becomes new support. Resistance siya dito, naging support siya dito. Okay? So, this is for 005, 100 pips SL mo. Hindi pa rin siya na-hit. 'Di ba? Nasa taas si price ngayon. So, maglalagay ka ng buy dyan. 4115, boom. Or 4055. 'Di ba? SL mo is 100 pips. So, 4045, boom. Naka 160 pips ka din. 160 pips. Yeah, naka 160 pips ka din. No? So, kung ikaw, nag-TP ka na ng 50 pips, profit ka pa din. Okay? May drawdown ka, yes. Hindi siya sniper entry, yes. Pero, in the end of the day, naka 100 pips ka na. And kapag ganito, no, I would recommend na it's easier for you to take na 1:1. Basically, ang risk mo is 100 pips, ang TP mo is 100 pips din. So, 1:1. Follow?
Yes po.
Yan. So, ganyan siya. So, that's why I said previous resistance becomes new support, di ba?
Previous
And
assistance.
previous support becomes new resistance.
Assistance.
Follow ba?
Yes po.
Yan. So that's it, no, for support and resistance for now. I don't wanna analyze or give you too many informations all at once kasi baka
Mhm.
mamaya makalimutan mo and ma-analysis paralysis ka, no? But do you have any questions regarding support and resistance?
So far, okay naman po. Malinaw naman po, kuya.
Okay. So ganito gagawin natin, no? We're gonna set up another one-on-one
Mhm.
just for me to get deeper when it comes to basically reading the
Sure.
chart with you.
Sige po, kuya.
Okay?
Opo.
So, it's gonna be the same time na sorry kasi akala ko Toronto ka, Vancouver ka pala.
Okay lang po. Sorry po. Kaya
Okay lang.
akala ko din po kagabi, kuya, 2 AM. Nakatulog po ako kagabi. Sabi ko, hala, baka inaantay po ako ni kuya. Nag-alarm po ako ng 2 AM. Pero hindi ako nagising.
Okay lang, okay lang. But yeah, no, so tomorrow, not tomorrow, but I'll message you whenever. It's gonna be the same time kung okay lang sa'yo, kung hindi ka naman masyadong busy sa work or whatever.
Opo.
We can set up another one-on-one para we can go deeper when it comes to reading the charts. Okay?
Sige. Kung okay lang po sa inyo, kuya, August 8 po, off po ako sa work.
August 8, when is that? August 8, so
Saturday po.
Saturday. So that's gonna be
Opo.
Sunday here.
Double shift. Double shift po kasi ako this week.
Yeah, okay. So Saturday, same time.
Opo.
And then that's gonna be Sunday, 2 p.m. here. Yeah, that's fine. It should be fine.
So,
Yeah.
11 PM po dito, no?
Yeah. 11 p.m. dyan, 2 p.m. dito.
Okay po.
Okay? And
Okay
again,
po.
I'm gonna send you the recordings for this video so you can go back to it, keep watching it. And then if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me, okay? Remember
Yes
na
po, kuya.
for you to be a better trader, you have to keep asking questions. Okay?
Okay po. Thank you po, kuya.
Welcome, welcome po. Sige po, pag may questions kayo, message na lang po ako, ha?
Okay po. Nakausap niyo na po yung kaibigan ko 'no, kuya?
Yes po. Na
Okay
nakausap.
po. Okay po. Thank you po, kuya.
Thank you po.